So it's 2026 and you finally decided to get your real estate license. Well, I'm going to show you step by step on how to go from not even knowing where to start and watching this video on your couch to literally being a licensed agent with a brokerage. So let's get into it. Step number one, which is one that's super simple, it's buying your real estate course, right? So that's step number one, buy your course. And there's a ton of websites you can get this from. I would choose one that works for you. I'll also be leaving the link to the real estate course I used. I'm in California, so it cost me about $300. Every state has different requirements, but on average, your real estate course is going to be a few $100, maybe $1,000. You're just going to have to Google it. And then the second part to it is completing your course. So that can be anywhere from 120 hours to 240 hours, depending again on your state requirements. So what's going to happen is you're going to buy your course. Awesome. I'm so excited to get my license. And then you're going to open your course and you're going to be like, oh, dang, I have to sit here. I have to read this. I have to understand it. And then you're going to probably have quizzes at the end of every chapter. And so this is going to be tedious. It can take you a month, 2 months, 6 months. You can do it at your pace, which is the best part about the real estate course. You do it from your laptop. You can do it from your home. Or you can always do an in-class one, and then you go every other day or whatever it is to the class, and then it's just kind of more condensed, and it makes sure that you fully understand the information. So with your course, the faster you get through it, the faster you can take your state exam, which is step number 3. Let's see. Take your exam. And so this is your state exam. This is literally from you being a normal person right now to then being a licensed real estate agent, is you passing the state exam. So this is the exam where you'll literally go to the DRE, and they'll literally make you lift up your sleeves. This is how serious it is, to make sure you don't have anything. If you're wearing ripped jeans, they're going to make sure you don't have anything in the rips. Like, they really do a thorough search, so obviously make sure there's no cheating. So what you want to do on the state exam is you want to prep. Do practice quizzes. There's a ton of them online. There's going to be a ton in your course. Do practice exams. A big video I recommend is the word cloud video from Prep Agent. It's free. It's on YouTube. If you can understand every single word he calls out, you're going to pass the test, right? So it's more so focused on the meaning of the word versus memorizing it, because what they'll do on the state exam is they're going to try to trick you. They're going to give you a question, and 2 or 3 of the answers will be correct, but one of them is the correct one, right? So you want to make sure you really, really understand the topics that you're learning in the course or the words. So then once you've taken your state exam, they're also going to ask you for your fingerprints. You can go do that at a local postal annex or just Google somewhere again near you. You're going to go pay for your fingerprints. You're going to fill out the application. You're going to send a check to the DRE, and then you'll be able to schedule your exam. Once you've scheduled your exam and you take it and you pass it because you studied, the 4th step is find a broker, right? Because you passed your exam, and now it's time for you to actually make your license active. And so finding a broker allows you to do that. A broker is going to be like the Century 21s, the Keller Williams, the Coldwell Bankers, the RE/MAX, the Real Brokerage, whatever it is, right? You want to remember, when you become an agent, you interview the broker, you interview the team, you essentially decide. They all want your business because you're going to make them money. But you need to make sure that this area, this broker, is going to support you in your growth, give you what you need, teach you in ways that you understand, and what kind of mentorship are they giving you, right? So some questions you want to ask a broker is, do you offer company leads, right? Are they going to feed you and they're going to take a percentage, which is the best case scenario when you're a brand new agent? What kind of mentorship do they have? If I find a client and they ask me something, I don't know, who can I call at 6:30 p.m. that'll answer the phone and help me get through this? I have my first listing presentation. Who's going to sit next to me and walk me through that? Who's going to teach me how to run comps? Who's going to be your mentor, right? So do you provide company leads? What kind of mentorship do you provide? And then trainings. What kind of trainings do you offer? Is it just contract trainings? Is it sales training? Is it role play? Is it scripts? What is it that you offer in training? And then the 4th one, which I think is the most important, is, do you like the culture in that brokerage? When you walk in, do you feel a little bit of friendly competition, or do you feel like aggressive competition where you could be like, hey, if I come in and start kicking butt, are people going to start not liking me, right? So culture is a big one, because your environment is infectious and you want to make sure it's an environment where everybody genuinely wants to see you win and thrive. So when you're finding a broker, interview a few of them. 3, 5, 7. I don't care. Interview them until you find the right one that's offering you good mentorship, good, if they're offering company leads, that's a bonus, training, support. And so one thing you want to know is you're in a season of learning, not earning. Don't choose a broker because they're willing to give you 10% more on your split. Choose a broker that's going to help you succeed, because this is the broker that's going to help you set your foundation. And numero 5, we switched marker colors. You got your course, you completed it, you passed your state exam, you found a broker you like to work with. Now I'm going to run you a little bit on how to actually feel like a confident agent, right? Because this is just how to get your real estate license, which is the beginning battle. What you learned in this course and what they taught you has nothing to do with what you really need to do to feel like a confident agent. So number 5, and this is now, you obviously already have your license. So what are you going to do once you have your license? And the first thing that I would do is understand, where do you even begin, right? That's the biggest question. What do I got my license, now what? You want to definitely take a scripts class. And the reason why you want to take a scripts class is your broker more than likely is going to have them, is you need to understand how to talk the lingo of helping people buy and sell a home, right? What do I say when they say, oh my gosh, I filed bankruptcy 5 years, can I buy a home? What do you respond when they're like, hey, I want to sell my home? Like, what questions do you even ask? Hey, I want to sell my home, but I have a lien on it, or I have solar, and what, like all these questions that you don't even know about yet because you haven't been in the field. How do you handle them? How do you handle when you finally say, hey, I want to buy a house, but interest rates are too high? How do you even handle that an objection? What is an objection, right? And so that's why you need to go to a scripts class to hear other people in the industry, hear how they talk to these people, look at their body language. What do they do? Because this is repetition. If you put me on a phone call with somebody, I don't know what they're going to say, right? We're not wizards, but I'm prepared for what they're going to say. And so that's why scripts is super important. It's going to teach you how to talk to people. Right after that is find an open house. How do you do that? Go to your brokerage and go see who's in the office. And the people that have their own office are producing agents. You can go and knock on their door and be like, hi, I'm a new agent. I was wondering if you have any listings I can host an open house to. If they have any, they more than likely will allow you to. I have 7 listings right now. I don't want to host an open house for any of them. If somebody comes to me, can I host an open house? Yeah, here are 7 options. Choose, and I'll let my sellers know, right? The reason why an open house is important is because, one, it's going to break you out of your shell. You're finally going to meet real buyers and real other people in the industry, belly to belly. We're nervous. We don't know what to say. We took a scripts class, so we kind of have an idea of how to talk to a buyer. Now, you do the open houses. Take a speaker, put some music on, put it on the TV if they have a TV there. Take some waters or some cookies if you'd like. You don't need to. Doesn't change anything about the open house. And when people come in, you shake their hand. Hey, what has you even thinking about moving to this area? You don't care if they have another agent. You're not worried about that right now. Right now, you're just getting used to talking to people, right? You'll get to the point where you ask them if they have an agent. Most of the time, they'll have a signed BRBC. But right now, you are just wanting to build that confidence on what are they going to tell you. Oh, we're just looking, it's our first home, but we don't know what we're doing. Okay, have you worked with an agent before? No. Oh, shoot, what do I do now? I haven't worked with a buyer either, right? And so that's why an open house is perfect, because it allows you to fail forward. You're going to hear real conversations, real concerns, and real questions from buyers to you. So scripts helps you prepare for some of those conversations. Open house puts you in the spotlight. If you fumble the conversation, it does not matter. That buyer is going to go to the next open house and be like, that agent is whatever. They're not even thinking about you. They're going to talk about the house. All right. So got your scripts, you got your open house. And then number 7 is you need to start lead generating, right? And I'll do a whole other video on your first 30 days on what to do to start creating business. But this is going to be the last and final step, right? Lead generating. How do I go find people to say, I want to buy a house with me? That's it. Are you going to build a business of open houses, cold calling, social media, door knocking, mailers? Do I want to do paid leads? None of them are the wrong way. You just have to start doing them so you can find out which one you're better at, which one you enjoy, and which one's giving you the biggest return, right? Once you do this, you will be a licensed agent, and you'll be an agent that's ready to produce. Keep in mind, and something I completely forgot to mention, is once you find a broker, you have to sign up with their board, right? So I guess this is put this as 4A. Your broker will walk you through this. But this is where being a real estate agent can incur you an extra cost. You paid for your course, Once you find a broker, you have to pay board fees. That's how you get access to the MLS. That's how you see properties coming on the market that are in the market. And so that's something your broker will help you through, and they'll tell you, this is the board we use. Once you're fully ready to go, these are the only 3 things you should be thinking about. How do I master how I talk to people? Whose open house can I host? And how do I go find more people that want to buy and sell real estate? So with that being said, I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any other questions, you know where to find me. And subscribe for more content like this. And don't forget to smash the like button.